and seemingly ready to go.
Fat boy, you doing the last
Motor
studying?
City. The scene
I haven't heard from the Saints.
Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up.
Is he good?
Their guys are ready
Saints.
to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day.
I have good grades, but I guess I'm just stupid.
Taken to the back of the end zone.
Oh yeah, Rod, you're fucking gay.
What'd I do?
Said you would shove your dick up my nose.
And down at the 22-yard line.
Don't say that around Fat Boy, man. Don't say that.
Ready? Kate, read. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yeah.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him
Bro, I keep studying harder, and I
because you
just
can't
keep
move
getting
up to the
stupid
next
and
level if you don't
stupid.
take care of him first.
Man. I'm getting all of these coins. Thank you, Ryan.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And some room to maneuver. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
36, 36. Bang, 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 bang. Alert!
Do it to the mother again.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll go down
Ryan,
here right around the 23-yard line.
how much you think that fucking
Pick up a 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
price tag on be, bro?
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They had great
It's the same people.
position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
They actually are the same people.
The shotgun
They're so
snap for
pissed.
Stafford.
Imagine this game is just stomp those.
Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking shit.
Taking it within an
This is-
eyelash, dropped
this
it
is
to
fucking
1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Wait, Fat Boy's a girl.
Well, he is a pussy. Huh.
Alright, you want to start? Fat Boy, you want to start a new life?
Yeah, that's what we call a bitch.
Fat Boy, you want me to do a custom name or you want me to just do Fat Boy? Which one you want?
It don't matter to me, bro.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lions.
She already has the X Factor.
A great effort there.
Are you fucking kidding me?
First career NFL touchdown.
Fucking, Drafto. It's the X Factor thing for the NFL 100 players. They can start off with the game with X Factor.
Wait, what player is that? What player is
It's
that?
good, and the Lions
I got LT.
lead 7-0.
I actually was gonna make a video out of my squad, but I'm not like on the main. So it's the point.
Following the touchdown, here's
just
Marr
kept
to
going
kick
out.
it away.
I was fucking
Wait, why did you
open!
throw it to me?
This will be taken.
I was staying there for Dame.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football.
I was waiting for Dame to go back over.
Tells us if you don't get it back to the
'Cause I was
20-yard
keeping
line on a
12
kickoff
runs
return,
from that.
that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head
Running
coach,
freaking
they give
Toon
them full
Blast.
authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
Ah, shit.
Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go,
Right.
red light means stop.
Hold up, we're just gonna have to go over this real quick.
Meanwhile, here a run on
I was
first
going
down
to
really
take it.
backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
The right people subbed in for safety.
Ready.
Alright. Calvin goes there. And Russ goes there. Patton goes there.
2nd and long.
Bro, I literally, like, every person I named Fat Boy is stupid.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for New England.
You should pass the ball to us.
58 yards.
Alright.
The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
Your half brother told you to solve your own problem. I'm getting in the fight.
Your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and he usually bounces back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game at the end.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Ryan, are you mad at me, man? Don't be mad at me.
I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
I know you.
Especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
I didn't even see him. What the fuck?
Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Check 3. Check 24.
The first down carry here for Johnson.
Ryan.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, you don't want to see me. 53. Ready.
Well.
Watch 2.
Anthony Barr!
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had a team
When the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Shit.
On 3rd down, Johnson. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked the ball pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They got the interception.
We got a most feared card. What about that?
After, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense. They ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right?
Growing up, did you have a PE teacher named Mr. Gray?
And they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Alright, hey, Fat Boy.
At the line, ready to go.
Every day this kid calls you racial slurs. Do you want me to beat him up or do you want me to leave him alone? Or tell the principal?
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. Do you do it with a little bit of humor?
Oh, shit.
The ice a little bit like, hey.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Charging.
And they finally do
you bruised his ankle and you bashed. Wait, hold up. What the heck? You bruised his ankle. You bashed his cheek.
There's only one receiver.
So you're a fat boy.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Man, you study hard, bro. You're stupid.
On play action, they'll throw. Letting one go deep for the end. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
On 4th and 15?
Yeah, but these kids are spoiled, man. I don't know what equator he has. The equator he got.
And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel.
She tasted like Mongolian
beef. As you would
beef.
expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through.
Now you want to say, now you want to say my name on. I thought you weren't talking to me.
Dude, you're literally always on the running back. You see it's a fucking run play, you...
I didn't see it was a run play. Oh yeah, I'm about to kill Jalen Ramsey.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
What the heck is secondary school?
Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions,
they keep having me play this dang Call of Duty game.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
That was the easiest run of all time. They're fucking weird. Somebody clicked on Pat Tillman and just ran the other way.
Touchdown. Here's Moore to kick it
away. They
away.
let you score, yeah.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
I mean, that's cool. You gotta go to work in a little bit.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Got it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Watch the back. Get it.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 17-0 our score after 1. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Lions 17, Patriots 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abukum has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check 13. Check 13. Zero. You go tight. You got zero. You got tight right there. No. Off.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
22. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He goes, set. 280. I know he ain't got it. Tie that left. Alert. 3 down. Check. Come on behind. Ready to move. Look at him.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
He's coming, double up. Watch that. Rush in.
They'll run it with Johnson. Levante David in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I'm coming for you.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off with great anticipation. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
SOS. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
61, matchbox, lights.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Yellow waiting! Yellow waiting!
On 2nd and 9, Stafford And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. It's caught. Smith. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
White.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it. Switch.
Under 40 got.
Here's Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. They go to Elliott again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He's going to field this at the 4. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the ground, this is Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helps. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take.
It got his man, complete. 36 yards on the play. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Let's get off the field. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam. 53. Ready. Alert 3.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
It's a party now. Check.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Johnson running right. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Record. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Man out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. The backup Stidham, his first throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going up top. And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
He's coming. 59!
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. A try here for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13.
Makes the score Lions 34, Patriots 21.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 27, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, how about this, the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, yellow lady! Yellow lady!
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right there.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 14-yard line.
Hey, switch gears. Look at him.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
Get him.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you. Bang, 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 bang. 5.
Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.